No, just before you go, since we're still talking about this baby thing, my mom, sorry. So my mom didn't do the powder stuff. I think she was quite, I don't know, maybe it's just how she is. Obviously, I think back then when they did for her, they did the typical one, but she did a very good job. But the only thing that she used to do, which I used to be like, I didn't understand, she used to put lots of oil on the hair. And I used to be like, I understand, but like it's a lot. It's like she's like bathing the baby in the oil, and I'm like, why?
Hi guys. Hello,
beautiful. Hi.
How are you doing, ladies? Welcome back to our channel. Now let's get serious.
Right.
No jokes. Okay. Breathe. Okay, so welcome back. Today we're talking about cultural norms.
Okay.
So in the sense of the way they used to do things before and how we do things now. What do you have to say?
Times have changed.
The
children that we're giving birth to now are different. Yep, they're a whole new breed. Even us as kids back then, we were different to when our parents were parenting us, and then our parents were also different when yeah. So different strokes, different folks, different seasons, different tools. Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about what were the things they used to do then that you feel like we do different now. It could be from, back in the day they used to betroth people, daughter to son, family to family, things like that. It could be even bathing kids. Right now, you don't think you should do certain things, be scrubbing the baby's body, things like that. For me, one of the things I would like to talk about is this baby bathing thing, like having to bathe your baby. In this day, they would even say go days without bathing your baby, right?
Yeah.
But it's something that was happening then, right? Back in Nigeria, you have to, when you get home, your mom would bathe your baby, use hot water, press this. I'm not going to lie, me, I've not changed though, because the truth is, even though I don't know how to bathe the baby, but I just find that with all those things they do, the moms do, or the grandmoms do, it helped my baby sleep better.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
It helped me get that good night's sleep, at least, And on the days where you don't bathe your baby before going to bed, you find they're waking up at different intervals. I find that that was happening, So what do you think?
What do I think? I mean, okay, like you said, back then, they stretch. We probably all got stretched, by the way, guys.
I'm still alive.
Right? So I think it worked then. But now, you have laws, regulations in place. You can't, not that you can't do it, you can do it, but like, God forbid bad things if something was to go wrong, right? So, but I still feel like those things are still useful even till now. It's just the way you do it. Like my kids, they got lovely massage by my mom. My mom helped to stretch, and she's into that kind of profession, so she did a very good job she was very good at doing that. But I agree with you about the sleeping part. Oh my goodness. My daughter, better. She slept I was gonna she slept like a baby, but she was a baby. But she slept so well. And I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good. Imagine being coiled up in a position for 9 months.
I don't blame you.
Like you need to stretch it out.
So I think really everything they do back then is okay, but when things are too much, then that's the problem. And there's some things that personally I don't believe in, like the stretch is fine, using warm water to touch their body, not too much, all those things. But when that comes to, you must use palm oil, you must do this. I don't think I never did that for my children, and they don't smell, they don't have body odor. So I don't know why we must use palm oil, all those things. It's not compulsory. If you believe that, it's fine. But if I tell you as a mother that I don't want this, please agree with me.
Right.
I'm the one that carried the child for 9 months. So don't argue with me. Yes, you're my mom. I'm not their mom.
Right.
So whatever you faced during your own time, I faced it. And I think that happened during my daughter's when I gave it to my daughter, and Mommy was already with me, and she helped me with the massage and everything. And I don't want to mention him. Someone came around and was trying to help me with the navel, to press the navel, put the water. And I noticed that the way she does hers, she did a lot. You want to put dimple on the bum. I don't want that.
They put the dimple on the bum.
Yeah,
yes, they do.
How did you do that?
They would use hot something and
to press it. They'll press it.
But why do you want to have a dimple on your?
It's fashion back then.
But no one's gonna see your bum. Like,
who told you? Husband will see later.
Bum will come out.
No, I understand the shaping,
molding
but
the
what's
head.
the
I'm talking about
dimple?
the dimple.
Yeah, she's talking
Yeah,
about the
I heard
do that.
they do this.
Yeah.
They just do this
even
at the
on
back
the cheek,
and then,
if you don't have
yeah.
it, can do it. So I was like, I don't want that. And okay, next one, if she's pressing the baby, there's always like, when you're pressing the baby and you feel like this person is doing too much, and you just sit down and the tears will just start dropping on my eye, like, okay, this is much.
Do you think you were just being too emotional, or you
maybe
were
because
just...
my firstborn child, maybe
It could be.
guy, I this year, so I have to be emotional. So it was kind of much, and I told my mom about it, like, I don't like this. And whenever we try to remove a diaper, there's always a blood stain on the navel, and I always tell my mom, I don't want this. I should just Nigerian, and
You don't want to offend.
just don't talk. It's okay to. And one day I just like, no, I just like, please don't do that again. And she looked at me. I said, I'm sorry, I don't want you to do this. Even in the hospital, we are not advised to even use hot water on the navel. So you doing it is not making it too much. So I don't want you to do it. She felt so bad, but don't worry, I'm the mother. I'm fine.
Exactly, and it's your child. You can decide
another
what you
thing I notice, I know that they want to do, my mom especially, maybe if she's watching this, is put powder. Put powder on there. I don't want powder. Leave this powder alone. They look like Buster. After all. And she's like,
That's
no.
my mom too.
Like, I
Sorry,
get back
Bobby.
to you. I get
I
back
know
to
you
you.
watch this.
My mom was like, I'm not, I give back to you. I did this for your siblings. Yeah, I know, but this is my daughter. I don't want it. Because if you read a lot of things about powder, it can cause a lot of things. They sneeze it in. It is not necessary. Where are they going to? Are they going for party? Just leave them.
Even if you're going for party, do you want white? Do you want them with white cast all over their face?
The only reason why I will put a powder on my baby's face with rashes or something, and the powder, I have to check the whole element and everything before putting it on their face.
Yeah.
And they don't want to understand. And I know that me and mommy used to have a lot of argument when it comes to taking care of the kids. Yes, I want you around, but at the same time, please listen to what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mommy, I'm sorry, but listen.
Sorry, mommy.
So I think that's one of the things. I just feel like it's overrated. It's not compulsory. I think that's one of them. And that thing.
No, just before you go, since we're still talking about this baby thing, my mom, sorry. So my mom didn't do the powder stuff. I think she was quite, I don't know, maybe it's just how she is. Obviously, I think back then when they did for her, they did the typical one, but she did a very good job. But the only thing that she used to do, which I used to be like, I didn't understand, she used to put lots of oil on the hair. And I used to be like, I understand, but like it's a lot. It's like she's like bathing the baby in the oil, and I'm like, why?
They call that thing, is it antinol?
Yeah, I think it needs that.
Yeah, so so there was a time that she was doing it, and I was just like, it's too much. Like,
put it, but don't.
But the only reason why I was feeling like it was too much was because I noticed that my baby, she sweats a lot very easily, so I was just like, I don't want her to get heat rash and stuff. Maybe I was just being extra, or who knows. But my brother was there one day, and he was like, just let her do it. Like, it's not like that baby actually needs it. It was like, I said, okay, no problem. But my only thing was with the oil, mom. Sorry.
Okay, you want to say something? Yeah. Another thing, my mom was around very recent, and some of my friends gave birth during the period my mommy came around, and in the hospital they told my friend not to bath the kid for like 2 days. Yeah. Oh, my mom was just complaining. This is not even your grandchild. I was like, no, by 2 days, 3 days. The child will be smelling. Nothing. Everybody has the way they do things. In this place, this is how they do it.
Right.
Just take it like that. Like, back in Nigeria, when you give birth, you will not use fan. They will now look for plenty clothes, cover the child.
Yeah, that's
important. And when you now come to this part of the world, even the child is over on singlet during summer. Like, what is happening? My mom is always like, what is happening with these children of nowadays? People don't want to listen. I say, just leave us. We understand.
Right.
We understand, but they don't want to believe that we know something.
Yeah, even with ice. When you're pregnant and you go to the hospital, when they don't let you eat, they will give you ice.
Yeah. Nigerian mom
ice
warm
with
water.
5 and 6.
But in our side, I was not used to it. When I had my first child, they were giving me, we were going to the hospital, and then my husband's auntie was like, let us stop by Wendy's and let's eat. in my head I was thinking, I'm not hungry. She said, Jehu, meaning eat, oh, because the minute you enter there, you are not eating anything. It's ice they will give you. She was so right. And in my head I was thinking, we don't think we should have ice back home. Like, it was totally new to me. Yeah. But nothing happened to me afterwards. Like, my baby did not come out shaking. My baby did not come out, because the notion is you have to take something warm so that your baby will be... I'm like, it didn't even make any difference.
No, the ice thing, I
don't even understand the ice thing because maybe I still have that belief, the hot water thing, because you have a lot of blood still inside of you, and what they believe is when you take the warm water,
it would help
you lose those blood and it comes out. But when you're not taking ice, what did you be freezing?
Exactly. Speaking of blood, what you just said, what do you guys feel about the whole pressing of the baby?
I want to say something about that. I've always looked forward to that, like, because I want this flat tummy thing. Give me the flat tummy, let me have it. But I didn't have the opportunity because I did CS, and my mom will never allow you use anything on your body. Even when the doctor says, okay, you're good after 6, no, don't do it. So I didn't have the opportunity to.
I got that.
Okay,
I got that. So with my first, my mom used hot water. I remember very well that the day she did it, my husband's auntie was just outside shouting, easy. When we came out, my husband's auntie was like, if it's not you that gave birth to this girl, I would think it's not you. You know the way they will press you to the wall. It's so painful. But honestly, I think it helped relax my body. I don't know so much about your tummy is going in or stuff like that, but I know it relaxed my body. I had like what did they call lump breast, like the breast when it's engorged.
I had a lot of that.
By the time she used that hot water on my body, I tell you, my breast milk just started coming like that. This was in a hospital where they were using breast pump. They would put it and say, let's see what's this. But by the time I go home, like, when your arms are like this because under your armpits is engorged. Do you know when she used, like, even in the bathroom there, like, the breast milk was just, PG, or how would I say, censor. Because I know we're going into details, but like, breast milk was just like that. Like, for the first time, we were able to fill a bottle with breast milk. From how many days in the hospital that we didn't get breast milk, that they even had to start giving formula.
So you think that helps? Definitely.
I feel that helps, and I feel it helps with the blood flow as well. Having a lot of blood in your tummy or whatever, that area and things like that, it helps with that. But I don't know about tummy. But though I snatch back.
That's what I want to hear.
I snatch back after my first.
I don't know if it helps with the whole.
I snatched back after my first. My second was CS. So I didn't do anything. But I find that after my second, it was also okay. But you see, after the third, this tummy, guys, forget camera, forget the everything. It's packaging. The packaging is correct. This body I see is packaging.
But you have a nice body, actually.
Exactly. But if I remove the packaging, you think I'm like 3 months pregnant, and I'm not even joking because I'm serious, because they say it's diastasis recti, but that's just the truth, because if you don't know, you won't know. Like, I've had people ask me, are you pregnant? And this is innocently, which I know you're not supposed to, right? But I've had someone even at work, unfortunately, still on a few days back, touch my tummy like this and say, oh,
are you serious?
Yes.
Okay,
that's a bit too much. But like, so it's for everyone. But for my first, I snatched. I was back to it.
And talking about breast milk, there's something I used to have issue whenever I give birth to my kids. My nipple does not really come out, and I know medical, there's nothing they could do. Even the breast pump will not do anything, right? And back in the hospital, so my baby have to force herself to suck, or sometimes we just have to leave it that way. And there's something they did. I don't know if they do it to other people. There's something they did. Pop out leaf, the stem, they'll cut it around, they'll fix on the nipple, and I'll wear my bra to it. So the O give that nipple shape.
Are you serious?
Yeah, really? Because the nurse tried to use this syringe that they use, the injection that they use in the hospital. My head wanted to flow.
Are you serious?
Because there was blood rushing, because she was trying to help me, but So that was what my mommy used, and it works for me.
Sorry,
but
so
that's
can
why
you explain it a bit more? Was it that your nipple went?
I don't have big
nipple that would
no imagination, just in case you are watching men. Sorry. So I don't have the pronounced nipple when I give birth to
so
kids.
some people cannot latch. Their nipples are you
Very
can't latch
small.
on it.
Oh, it's just okay. I see what you mean.
So that helps to just give that shape to bring it out a little.
Okay.
It works actually. Okay. So I just think there's some things there
that
they
for
do.
me. I've never.
Yeah. So I'm giving you a new one.
That's
the purposely.
So where's the pawpaw? What?
So the stem, just
the stem,
like this
okay.
flower. So the round, when you cut it, the round, leave the round, this thing on it. So it gives that shape.
Okay.
Just put down where your this thing on it. It helps to bring out the little shape.
Oh, nice.
It helps, not 100%,
Yeah.
And I think that works too. So I just feel there's some things that they do those times that works very well.
Okay.
And there's something that just too
works
extreme.
now, yeah.
Don't kill yourself.
How about
Yes, no.
respect? Your kids kneeling down to greet.
Yeah, I still believe in that.
Yeah,
actually.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. To be honest, like you, it's possible for you to train your child that way, even if you're in the Western world. Yeah. I know some people.
Because reason why I say it's because we're here in the Western world, right? In Nigeria, if you dare greet somebody and you do not kneel down as a lady, they look at you like
you don't have home training.
You don't have home training. So right now, do you do that with your kids? Like, because this is something that is done in the past, right? It's still done now, but like it's not so. It's not in. What's the word?
I won't tell my daughter to kneel down. Like I won't see that as like you don't have home training.
Yeah.
Because I have that back then. I have a lot of people that used to report me to I'm just kind of girl that I don't even greet. So even if I'm going to greet you, if I greet you once, you know, I'm just going. So they would not go and tell my mommy, that she's not disciplined. She doesn't greet. And you know all those. Your parents don't want to listen to your own side of the story and just blah, 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 blah. And that was on my head. But I make sure that my daughter greets. Sometimes I say hello, greet. That is no matter you're Nigerian. You have to. Because we are here does not mean hi. Even you get to a stage, my husband, I have to tell my husband, please take it easy on these children now. Their teacher in school, every other kid says, call the teacher's name and everything. My husband will say, no, you call Miss or Mrs. Don't call anybody by their name.
I think that's
I just like don't finish this child now. She's just no. We have to start training her now, so she will get used to don't start calling somebody by name. We are Nigerian, even though we are in Canada in quotes. We still want her to know that we have this value and norms in us, and I think it's very important because I remember when we first got here, I went to someone's house and those kids were like 18, 16, like teenagers, and they prostrated. I was like, So they used to greet in Canada like this, and I was so happy to see like, people still do this. I believe in it. I'm kind of person that believe in respect. I'm big on respect. I'm sorry, I can be, even though I can be playful, but I respect people. That is me. I respect, but don't just for my trouble, but I respect people.
I can see it.
I love to respect people. I can call anybody auntie or uncle or anything, but just let's remain there. You get so. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But kneeling down and calling someone the auntie or uncle does not mean you're respectful.
That's what I was actually gonna say as well. But no, I do. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, just a little bit with the whole greeting, kneeling down and stuff. I know some people that they've never stepped their foot into Nigeria and they can speak Yoruba.
Oh, my brother's wife.
Another one. Yeah.
My brother's wife. That's what. I'm sorry to say that.
I don't know.
That's one of the reasons why I said, just marry this girl. She has culture. As in, she just came from America. She will kneel down. When she gets here, she will clean. I'm not using that one. I'm not saying maybe she's using that one to entice, but for the fact that you're not for me, I just arrive kind of thing. I just love her. Like, so you live so years here and you still have this value in you. I guess my brother, this is your wife, but I'm not just gonna be stressing yourself. They are married actually. So
no, like even with my kids now, we're trying our best to speak Yoruba in the house, and she's picking things up every day. Because the thing I noticed in her daycare, all the non-English, maybe like their Spanish or whatever or whatever it is, they speak their language to their kids and they respond back like and then they can still speak English. So I'm like, why can I not do the same thing? Of course, growing up in England, my parents didn't enforce like you must speak Yoruba and stuff because they believe that you understand it. You grew up in Nigeria, you can speak it here and there, it's fine. But with my kids, I would I'm going to do
We're
everything in my
trying.
power to
I'm
make
doing
sure
that
that
too.
they not just
Yeah.
can understand, but they can speak as
Yeah.
well.
I think the main thing about this conversation is pick those things that are more important to you,
Yeah.
the values that are important to you, the cultures that are important to you. I
Yeah.
don't think everything should just be thrown away.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That
not at all.
those values that are more important to you with moderation.
Exactly.
Yeah, moderation is very important. In quotes.
Moderation.
And the way
Yeah.
you do it now as
Yeah.
well, like the whole thing with the babies and bathing the baby and stretching.
Yeah.
There's a way you can still massage the baby's body here and there, but not that you turn the baby upside down and be dangling
Then
them.
the head, blood
Let's
flow.
not be doing
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that was a nice conversation.
Yeah.
And let's bring this to a wrap. Thank you guys for watching us today. It was good having you here with us. We look forward to you watching our other episodes. What do you think about this topic we spoke about? These customs, these values. How does it apply to you? What are you keeping on in your homes? Just comment in the chat box. It will be great to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
See you next time. Take
Bye,
care.
toodles.